Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our midweek reading. It is snowing here in New Jersey. It is so beautiful outside, and I'm all snuggled up in my little dining room area in my Zen den. We are opening sacred space. We are calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and lightest light messages to come through. Bless me. Bless all of my cards. I have all of my cards here. I have 2 poofs with all of my decks. Bless my viewers. So we're going to see what the energy is for this week. I feel like there's a huge abundance energy. There we go. So yesterday I went and got a facial with my friend Laura, and we had a good talk, and she gave me this new book that I'm starting to read and pull pages from. And that sparked me to actually film a reading where I pull pages. I haven't done that in a while. But anyway, yesterday was like a feel-good day. I needed it. It was like a reset. I slept so good last night. So I don't know if you guys have been sleeping good or poor, or maybe you're fluctuating, but there's this high energy of people quickly being shifted into what's best for them and being brought certain people to help them along the way, whether it's a conversation, whether it's somebody giving you a new book. And my friend Laura gave me that book. Hey girl, if you're watching. And there's mantras in there. And there's an abundance mantra that I had already been listening to. And there's a song called Abundance. And I'd been listening to it on my Spotify for like maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And I knew the mantra, right? I could hear the girl singing it in the song. And then Laura was like, I think you need this book. And we read through it, and I found the mantra for abundance and prosperity. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've already been listening to this and I didn't even know it was connected. So sometimes those synchronicities happen where you're moved and you're already unconsciously doing something that is something that you're going to discover later on your path, and then it clicks into place and it's full circle. So keep your eyes, ears, and hearts open for that this week. You might be synchronistically being moved to certain people, certain conversations, certain, you might see a sign. My one client is out in California, and his grandmother's name is Gigi, and she recently passed, and he literally found like a billboard of like a theater or someone promoting something, and it said Gigi Live. And so like you're going to be seeing these, you're going to be drawn to places and people to see these signs and synchronicities to let you know that you're on the right track and that you're taken care of. And when your fear starts to creep in, you're going to be sent the sign at the right time to comfort you, to guide you, to let you know that you're safe and you're protected. So we're going to use Angel Wisdom Tarot to start. First 2 cards, wow, we have the Strength card and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving. It's kind of like the slow burn. So he likes to take his time. He likes to pursue. He likes to ground down his energy. He wants to make sure he has a really solid plan. If this represents a partner coming in for you, that means they're doing it better this time. They're moving with integrity. They're moving with, what's the word? It's kind of like this stoic, strong, because when we get this card with the Strength card, it's saying like divine masculines are new. They're brand new. They're strong. They're willing to be patient to make sure they do it right. So let's read both of them. Knight of Pentacles says loyal, dedicated. I like that loyal is the first word. Protective, apprehensive, plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details, wait for perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you. So if you can see in this photo, he is tending to his fields. He has to wait for everything that he has been working on to kind of grow, and it's like he's not in a rush, right? He's not on his horse. He's not racing towards you. He's patient and slow because he wants to do it the right way. He's got his map all laid out and he's making a plan. So this could be symbolic for all of us needing to plan out our finances. Pentacles, the pentacle right here represents our finances. So when we are wanting to prepare for our future or wanting to take care of ourselves, build a solid foundation, that's this energy. So, and remember I started this reading talking about abundance. It's not a coincidence that the first card we get is about strength with abundance. Okay, so this could also, I also just heard like somebody could have done something years ago and it might be building a lot of abundance for you that you can't see that it's coming. And then we have the strength card, which is Leo energy for all my Leos out there. We have personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness, period. Compassion that brings about forgiveness, realizing that you're stronger than you knew. So if you can see, the lion has a little, she's putting a king crown on him. She has seen the divine masculine strength. She is honoring him. She's seeing his loyalty, his dedication, his willingness to keep going and not give up. And it's not too late to start something. It's not too late to change patterns, to break old behaviors, you know, being strong. And to me, one of the greatest things that I learned on my journey is the old me back like 6 years ago. I would think that things were like finished and done if like somebody didn't have the same opinion as me, or if we like kind of like butted heads on something, or if like a situation was kind of not going the way I planned, I felt like it was ruined and there's no coming back from it. Like I was very like black or white. It was so bizarre. Like my ego just couldn't understand how things could change. And now on a spiritual journey, we are so resilient. We can change our thoughts in a week. We can change our belief systems in a second. And opening yourself up to new ideas and being like, okay, this person used to feel this way about me now, like doesn't mean they're always going to feel that way about me. So it's almost like, say somebody hurts you and then they're like, oh, I ruined it. There's no way this person could ever forgive me, because we're talking about forgiveness and compassion on this card. But that's not real. Like, of course we can find forgiveness. Of course we can have compassion for people. Nothing is like done. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary in life. Even life itself is temporary. So I think that's the most beautiful thing, is when people can come back after, I don't know, say you guys did something that you regret, right? Like, and you make it right and you come back and you be different and you change and you grow. And that's what growth is. It's not being the same. You're taking what happened and you're expanding, and now you're being different. And now you're pulling back, you're going back into the old version of who you were and pulling all the good parts of you back into the new you. And you're letting go of the parts of you that you weren't happy with. But that nothing is ever ruined. Everything can be reborn. And usually when that happens, it comes back better than it's ever been. So even when we're talking about partnership now, like say we're talking about two people coming together, this could be a Leo coming to her knight. It's almost like, I believe that when people go through tough times, what makes the relationship so beautiful is when people see each other in their shit, in their patterns, in their wounds, and then they stop it and then they grow and they change. To me, that's like the sexiest thing on the planet, right? I'm sure you guys all agree. Like, we want to see people be better. You know, if I don't know, it'd be cool if you met somebody and they were already healed and they're perfect and they don't have any growth, but that's not reality. We need to be in relationships to see the parts of ourselves that we can't see. I was just watching an Instagram live last night, and there was 3 guys, and they were talking about how like all the women that they've dated, like their children's mother, and then they got, divorced, so they broke up and now they have new girlfriends. And they were talking about how each partnership showed them more of their insecurities. And with men, they usually deal with like inadequacy, not feeling enough. And that's just part of the human journey. Is our men in our society were raised to think that they weren't enough and that they can't provide and they can't protect. But the evolution of that is to overcome that voice in your head and say, I can do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know what the plan is, but I'm going to try and I'm going to be different. And I'm not going to listen to that voice that tells me that I can't do it. And maybe you're going to have a strong woman or man by your side saying you can do it. And she's going to be putting that crown on you saying, you're a king, know your worth, you can do this. And I know as a divine feminine, I know my growth. I know that I am completely different. I have totally different thought patterns. I have totally different habits than I did 6 years ago. And I say 6 years ago because that's when my awakening really started. It's actually coming on 7 years now. And they say a spiritual awakening can last 7 years until you're fully on your mission, fully in your soul, doing what you're meant to be doing. It can take that long. I know. I'm sorry if you're just awakening. But I have heard that people who are awakening in 2024, I just heard Micah magic. So we're going to pull some Micah magic. This is the deck that I created in memory of my daughter. But people who are awakening in 2023, 2024, you're kind of being expedited. So you might not take 7 years like I did. The universe is kind of like sparking people awake, and it can be abrupt, and you might be quickly leaving relationships, leaving jobs, leaving situations, and you're just like, what's happening in my life? And you might be losing money, and it's a quick little, let's toss you upside down, throw you through the washing machine and spit you back out, and you're going to be brand new. And that's when people usually find me in book sessions with me, because they don't understand what's happening to them. And I'm there to tell them, wow, we just got the money card. 777. I just posted this on my community page yesterday that I had sevens on the mileage on my car. Oh, and then we also got 333 again. So when you're looking to call in money, and I was talking about the abundance song, the mantra, I'll link the song below in the description. When we're looking to call in money, and when we're looking to change our patterns and to be different people and to come into partnership and forgive each other and to crown each other and to let each other know that, like, we can do this, we can build abundance, we can work with our partners, we can work with spirit as our partners, to create more abundance for ourselves and our families and for the world. But when we were talking about our spiritual awakening and how it takes 7 years, of course I said seven, sevens. But you might be thrown through the loop right now, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is all happening so quickly. I don't know what to do. And it's natural and it's normal, and you're okay. And you're going to have these thoughts where you're going to feel crazy. Your ego is going to get louder. When you spiritually awaken, you realize that you're not your thoughts. You can kind of separate from them, and you start to observe them. You're like, oh wow, like I've been listening to that voice my whole life, but I don't have to believe it. And that's what I was saying earlier, that my old Michelle, she used to think that everything was black or white. Like, oh, well, this is ruined because this person said that, and I don't like them anymore. They're not going to like me anymore. Or we can't rebuild this connection because, all is lost. But that's just that ego, that construct telling you that's keeping you from growing. And in partnership, we do the most healing. That other person shows us where we're jealous. They show us where we're looking for attention outside of us. They show us that, maybe we see them doing patterns where they're not taking care of their body, or they're not taking care of their finances. That person is mirroring it back to us so that we can see it, so that we can make change in our own lives. And if we don't have those people there, we can't grow, and we can't be better, and we can't see that voice. So welcome partnerships this week. Welcome people in your life that are triggering you. Do not run. Okay. Stay in it and ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What is this person? What are they doing that's bothering me? Because if it's bothering you, then that means it's in you. That means there's something inside of you that is a match to what they're doing that is bothering you. And it's always a reflection. It's always like, oh man, that's the older version of me. Maybe I need to have compassion and forgiveness for that person because I used to be them. That is the most common theme that I see with all people, with myself too, is when I meet somebody who's triggering me, I observe it. I observe my thoughts. What's the trigger here? Oh, I can see them not being honest, or I can see them being really judgmental, or maybe they're just needing to have everything perfect in their life. And I can see like, wow, I used to be like that. I feel really sorry for them because they're probably not even aware of the childhood trauma that they went through that's making them do this now in their adult body. And they're just looking for safety. They're just looking for comfort. They just don't want anyone to touch their things, or they want to have perfect relationships and they want everything to be perfect because they didn't feel safe growing up. So I can then not be triggered anymore. I can witness the trigger, come back to me and say, that's just my ego being triggered because my ego was a match to that. But I'm not an ego anymore. I am separate. I am soul. And in soul, we love, we find compassion, and we forgive. And then we hold space for that person to maybe make change one day, or we be the change and we show them like, hey, I can see you're trying to control the situation. Are you open for advice? I used to be like that too. And it really kept me in a prison in my head. And you offer it. And I think that's what partnership, friendship, all relationships, not just intimate relationships, all relationships are here to show us more of who we are. And I often find that, like, even you guys, even some of you that email me or we do sessions together, and my mentorship clients, you guys are all mirroring back to me what's still unhealed in me because I'm attracting you. So, and every session is for me too. So I'm learning through coaching, and you guys are learning through receiving the coaching. So partnership is a must. We have to be with people. We have to be connecting. We cannot keep our distance, because if we keep our distance, we stay the same and we don't grow. And I know growth can be scary, but growth is what you're actually craving. You know, most people walk through life and they numb out and they're just exhausted, and it's because they're not growing. But the thought of growing scares them, so then they stay away from it. But what they really want is to grow. Okay, we have cleanse and detoxify. I'm going to read this to you guys. What a beautiful photo. Fun fact, I always wished I was a blonde. Don't we all always wish what we don't have? I mean, I love my dark hair, but I always wondered what it would be like to be blonde. Okay, with great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with your stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. And as I was reading this, I just got a message to pull a page from Louise Hay's Heart Thoughts book. So I'm not sure why, but my guides are guiding me to do that. So I think maybe even when you're looking to call in abundance or a partnership, we're on this soul journey and we need to purify our vessel. We need to detoxify. So maybe do a fast for 24 hours, just drink water. If you're a coffee drinker, just do coffee and water. And just see, because what happens, I just got guided to tell you guys that when you fast, okay, they just showed me food with clouds around it. So if a certain food is a lower vibration, imagine a dark cloud around it, and you're putting that dark cloud into your body. So then that lowers your light, it dims it, and then you're not as bright and you can't attract more, and you can't have good ideas, and you can't feel inspired and feel good. So if you take a break from those toxic foods, the dark clouds, now your light can expand and get even bigger. I also just heard that your root chakra is at the base of your spine. And it's basically like your ability to lock in, to click into life, to click into your body on the 3D plane on planet Earth. Okay, so if you can imagine your soul can kind of float up in the sky above your body, and that's being ungrounded. You're kind of floating around and you're meditating and you're always in nature and you're always seeing signs and synchronicities, and you're not really taking action on anything in your life. You're just believing everything will just come to you naturally. You're not in your root chakra. You're not clicked into place. And when you're ungrounded, you are going to struggle to live. You're going to get illness in your body because you're not in your body, supporting your body. So what you have to do is you have to ground down and click back into your root, click back into your legs, click back into your core. Weight training is a great way to click back down into your body. When your soul is in your body, you have this grounded space now to expand your light. So when you fast, you are allowing that bright light, that vessel, to remove any darkness. You're going to purge it out through going to the bathroom, through sweat. You're getting rid of all the toxic energy that's been in your body. You could go for a walk outside and really put your feet on the ground. Weight training. Try not to meditate for a day. Just really focus on being here. Open up your bank account, start looking at your finances. Your home and your environment is your root chakra. It's your safety. It's your security. If there's anything that's triggering you to make you feel not safe in your home or in your body, like if somebody's triggering you, somebody's saying something to you, and you just feel, excuse me, you just feel unsafe in some way in your life, you're being called, your body's triggering you, saying, hey, we need to get grounded. We need to be here. We need to eat hearty, meaty foods. Maybe you don't fast. Maybe you eat heavier foods to bring you back into your body, like potatoes or maybe some sort of meat product if you're into that. Soups, warm things that are just really going to make you be in your belly and in your root. Okay, so when we're ungrounded and we're not clicked into our root chakra, we are not going to be able to expand our light and attract more abundance and attract more opportunities. Okay, you're also not going to be great with your relationships because you're not there. You're not present. Okay, clicking into that root, if you can think about your soul coming down into the body, and then right at the base of the spine, you're clicking into place. That's going to allow you to feel here. And that's going to allow the opportunities to come to you so that you can take action to do those things. When somebody is ungrounded, you are not cleaning your home. You're not taking care of your vessel. You probably have no food in your fridge. You're probably meditating all the time. You're probably outside looking for synchronicities, looking for signs everywhere you go. And you're not here trying to be productive on our planet to bring us your energy. You're outside of yourself looking for a way through, and that's not the way through. So when we spiritually awaken, we go through that phase of being all about synchronicities and signs. But where are you taking action in your life? Where are you actually doing something to ground yourself into this planet, to provide for yourself, to allow the universe to provide for you, to be creative, to add value to people? Instead of just worrying about you and spirit, we have to get you back with people. We have to get you back with money. We got to get you back with food, cleaning your home, really making the environment smell good. And maybe even weight training or sprinting or doing something that really puts you in your body where you feel again. Okay, that was a huge message for somebody out there. You're too much in your synchronicities and signs. You need to ground down and get back to planet Earth and pay our bills and do all those things. Okay, so we have, I embrace my inner child with love. Each one of us is always working with the 3-year-old child within us. Most of us, unfortunately, spend our time yelling at that child and then wondering why our lives don't work. And the reason why you get clicked out of your root chakra is because of your inner child. Because at some point in your childhood, you were neglected, you were left alone, you didn't know how to survive on your own, you were trying to survive by being in your third eye, attuning to everybody else's emotional needs, going, oh, somebody's in a bad mood. I have to change who I am. That's being out of your body, observing somebody else. I have to change who I am to match them, to fulfill their needs, to regulate their emotions. So we're then clicked out of our root chakra. We're not taking care of us. So if you did that your whole childhood, I did. So I'm with you. I struggle with being in the 3D, and I struggle with, being active and taking care of my bills and taking care of all those small things. And some weeks I would go and not clean my whole house, and I just didn't care. And that was me not being grounded. I wasn't realizing that it's like a workout. You just have to do it. You just have to grab the cleaner, grab the Windex, start with one mirror, and all of a sudden you'll get the motivation to start cleaning. And then I went through a phase where I was like cleaning my house once or twice a week, I would just feel so good. Like I felt like I was taking care of myself. And that's because for so long, I was in survival mode, panicked, always trying to take care of everybody else. And when you're living alone at my age, there's nobody to take care of. So then you don't even take care of yourself because you're like, what's the point? It's just me. But that's the problem. We have to learn to love ourselves, come back into our body, and do everything we can to support ourselves, which means if we need to ground down and get some extra money, we got to go get a job, or we got to go make more content to put ourselves out there to attract more clients. We have to go food shopping. I can't tell you how many times in the last 6 years that my fridge was just empty. I couldn't even muster up the energy to buy myself food because but if somebody was here, I'd go shopping. If my nieces and my nephews were coming over, I'm like, oh, it's an excuse to go shopping. But why wouldn't I do it for myself? It's because I wasn't clicked into my root chakra. I didn't care. I wasn't in my body wanting to make my experience good. I was outside of myself, always wanting to make everybody else's experience good. So it's almost like when you need to be around people, or if you need to do something, you need to impress somebody, that's you being out of your body. You need to be able to be so successful and so happy by yourself, doing what you're doing, taking care of yourself, and just knowing that you're doing it for you. And then if other people are around, maybe you'll inspire them to work harder. But it is the hardest thing on the planet to go from not being in your root chakra your whole life to then being alone and not, you know, having anybody around you to perform for or to take care of. And all of a sudden you have to learn how to do it on your own. To me, that's the hardest thing. I struggled with that immensely and I still do. It takes daily work and practice for me to be like, all right, Michelle, clean your house today. That will get the momentum going. And then you'll spark more action. I've done so many sessions with my mentor. Like I would lay on her massage table and be like, Anna, I just can't get started on this project. I need my masculine energy. Somebody bring me my masculine. And it was always like I wanted somebody to do it for me because I grew up having people do things for me. So this message is for somebody out there that you're out of your root chakra, you're not clicked in, and you're wanting somebody to do something for you. And we have to get strong and know that it takes small baby steps. We just start to take action and we do one thing. I'm telling you, just grab the Windex, grab your window cleaner, whatever you use, and just start doing one thing, and your masculine energy will start to come out of you, and then you'll start to do it. Okay. And then you'll go to bed that night being like, wow, I feel good. I took care of myself. And nobody needed to see it, and you didn't have to do it for somebody else. You did it for you. Okay. So this says, take care of your inner child. It is the child who is frightened. It is the child who is hurting. It is the child who does not know what to do. Be there for your child. Embrace it and love it and do what you can to take care of its needs. Be sure to let your child know that no matter what happens, you will always be there for them. You will never turn away or run away. You will always love this child. And if you can think about that, I'll put this up if you guys want a screenshot. Hopefully, yeah. Okay. When you are taking care of you, that's you taking care of that child that nobody took care of. So when you didn't get love as a kid, when you weren't provided for, when you had to figure it all out on your own and you were researching and looking things up, you were out of your root chakra. You were literally unsafe, unstable, not feeling secure. And it was like grabbing onto anything. Oh, somebody's giving me attention. Now I feel secure. Oh, somebody's watching me do this and I'm performing really well. Now I feel secure. Where we have to pull back our tentacles and say, I'm going to do this for the little child. I'm going to go to the gym for the little version of me who wants to play and dance and sing and move her body. Or I'm going to cook a meal for that little inner child in me and nobody's going to be around. I'm just going to do it for him or her. So this is all of us coming back into ourselves, ourselves, and taking care of our inner child when we're doing all those things. When you're cleaning your home, you're cleaning your child's bedroom for them, your inner child. When you're making your bed nice and cozy and spraying it with lavender water before you go to bed each night, maybe you're taking a bath and you're lighting candles. I was thinking about ordering some eucalyptus for myself. I've never done that before for in my shower, or just like something that smells really good while I'm showering. Maybe rosemary leaf or something. I just feel like I want to make my experiences better for me, not because I live with somebody or somebody's going to come over and use my shower. It's for me. So really start doing those small things for that inner child in you. Okay, let's get an animal card. I just saw the seahorse at the bottom of the deck. It says watch and wait. But this is Spirit Animal Oracle. Wow, that one hopped out. Freedom! I freaking love this card. I get this card all the time. This is a message for me. And the horses, again, we had, remember the knight? So this is like really, horses represent momentum, freedom. If you think about them running wild on a beach, it just feels good, right? So we have freedom is yours, 33. So this could be financial freedom. This is freedom within yourself and in your mind, and knowing that you don't need other people. You don't need anybody to provide for you. You can do it on your own, because you're learning that when you take care of your inner child, you are free. You're not bound, you're not jealous, you're not vindictive, you're not needing anything from anybody. But then when you're in a partnership with somebody, you're realizing you're getting all of your needs met because you meet your own needs first. And then you're able to articulate, hey, that feels really good when you do that. I love when you compliment my body, or I love when you listen to me, or I love when you cook me a meal. And you're telling the person your needs, and then they know what they can do to bring you joy. But when they don't do it, you're not thinking, oh my gosh, this person doesn't do anything for me, they're a horrible partner. You're not dying because you've done it on your own, and you can provide for yourself. You can cook your own meal. And if your partner's not having a good day and they don't want to cook, you cook for them. So it's like this beautiful freedom within the partnership. Because most people want freedom in partnership. They don't want to feel trapped. Most masculines want freedom. And to me, this is kind of like, how can we create that freedom for both people so they both feel free? Women want to feel emotionally free in the partnership, and sexually and physically, they want to be seen. The feminines usually want to be seen, and the masculines want to give. And they want to feel like whatever they're giving is being admired. So there's freedom within that. There's freedom when you do something and your partner's like, I love when you do that. Or they surprise you and you're just like, man, I feel so free that you just like love me unconditionally, no matter what state I'm in. That's this card. Not gonna lie, we got freedom 777, and we have a Knight of Pentacles. So there is a little money, a little bit of abundance coming in along with these cards. And I just saw squirrel at the bottom of the deck. Believe in yourself. What number is this? 57, which adds up to 12. I've been seeing 1212 a lot. I don't know about you guys, if you guys have been seeing that too. I don't normally see that too much, but I've been seeing that a lot. And my email is that I have 7 emails. Too funny. I just happened to look down at my phone. Okay, let's do quick drink break. Let's do a page from my animal book. Stephen Farmer's Spirit Animals. I don't know how long we've been going. I'm probably going to end it after this. It feels like I've been going a while. All right, let's pick a page. Ready? Kingfisher. Okay, here's what it looks like. Make it a point to express. Oh, I got something underneath my nail. Some soot from the Palo Santo. Make it a point to express yourself clearly and concisely with everyone you communicate with. For the next 7 days, set aside a few minutes in a quiet place where there's no chance of intrusions to simply contemplate without any particular structure or restrictions to your thinking. Take the plunge into this project or relationship with confidence and let go of all doubt and fear, because it will be successful. Get daily physical exercise that involves both cardiovascular and muscular elements. You're at the initial stages of a cycle of abundance and prosperity, so welcome and receive it. This is like the ultimate card to get, or page to get, for our entire reading. We've been talking about money, creating abundance for yourself, locking into your root chakra. Literally says cardiovascular and muscular elements. That's your root chakra. You're literally grounding yourself into your body, because when you're clicked in here, your soul, your body is your house for your soul. And if you're always outside of it, looking to numb the body and not taking care of it and not communicating to it, not communicating with it. You're not here. And when you're not in your body, excuse me, my throat chakra is going nuts. You can't receive abundance. You're not connected. You're not, abundance is earthly possessions, right? Materials. So when we're not in the material body, and we're not doing things that bring in that abundance, like cleaning, purging, purging as in like cleaning the clutter, getting rid of old energy, taking care of your body, maybe cleansing your vessel and not overeating and eating less low vibrational foods. This is the perfect combination. We are taking care of our vessel. We're creating space for more abundance. We're welcoming in. It said, take the plunge into this project or relationship with confidence. No fear, no doubt. So you're moving into this partnership with this with this Knight of Pentacles, and it's slow moving, and you don't need to have fear or doubt. Just go slow. Take it day by day, connect to spirit, not too much. You're always connected to spirit when you're in your body, because your soul is the most, what can I say? Yes, we can travel astrally and be out of our body and connect to spirit, obviously, and go to other dimensions. But I'm saying when you're in your 3D body and you're living life and you're doing your mission and you're being loving, you're being compassionate, you're playing with abundance, you're seeing money come in and go out, you're living the experience. You're doing what your soul came here to do. And that is a real connection to spirit, because you're seeing how everything is being brought to you. You're taking action, things get brought to you, you take action, and it's this beautiful dance. Don't get caught up too much in the signs, synchronicities, and meditating. We have to drop you back into the body and actually be active and be physical and do physical things today and this week that will lock you into that root chakra, which will then activate your mission work. It'll allow you to see the breadcrumb that comes in from the universe. Somebody mentions, hey, you should come work here, or you should start this project, and you actually take action. And you don't sit around meditating, waiting for more answers. We get the answer and then we move. Okay, so this is your call to action. If you feel inspired to do something, do your best to just get it done this week. And I'm telling you, it will activate abundance. It'll activate a relationship. You will just feel like you're in your body doing what you came here to do. Because if we avoid that, we stay out of our body and we can't expand. Your soul can't expand unless you're in your body. Okay. All right, lovies, I'm sending you so much love. This was so good. That last page was perfect. It tied it all together. Thank you, guides. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Micah. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go see what it's like outside, if the snow is actually sticking. I think it's supposed to stop around noon today. But I'm sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you for our weekly energy reading. All right, peace out.